Hi. So we're looking at another portfolio here. I wanted to show you Neharikas from last year. So we've got some women. Oh, looks like this one doesn't have eyes. This one has a sort of deformed look. And we got soup cans, butterflies, and then women with butterflies. This last one is a bird. So let's see how she described this. Okay, so there's that last piece. Pretty nice line drawing, right? Sort of a person bird combination. Pretty cool. All right. So the question becomes like, right, how does this all work together? This is a good example for, I think, you guys to look at. If we go to written evidence, and remember the jurors, the readers, the people who are scoring your portfolio, they are required to read this before they look at your work. So unlike what we just did, where we see the work first, we're supposed to read first and then look at each individual piece. So my guiding question was, how do I reflect modern attitudes towards beauty? I started by focusing on what we see on the internet. Images of pretty women posting flattering, fun moments. I started to think about how America consumes beauty like any other product. The Campbell's soup can represents this consumption. In image 9, I thought about tearing apart the can outward to reveal inner beauty. Through many of these pieces, I used a linoleum print of a butterfly I had made to represent that inner beauty frees itself in images 8 through 14. Okay, so there's a couple little things. One, she says 9 and uses the word 9, but down here she uses images 8 through 14. So that's a little detail, but the people who are grading your portfolio, they're like me, right? They're going to look at these details and say, I wish she would have done that a different way. But that's okay. I don't know. Now, if we go back and look at the work again, though, does this make sense? So we say, oh, these are the images from the internet, right? Eating burgers and that sort of stuff. Now, in addition, Naharika has put some little descriptions in her process section here. A beautiful woman eating an unhealthy burger is building up into unhealthy arteries. So she's like kind of making like a secondary comment about these things. But then we start to see the soup can show up. So we remember that that's American consumption. The butterflies are coming out of it. So we're getting this inner beauty emerging. And then she's reintroducing those butterflies to the last work. So, like the girl eating the burger is now covered with the butterflies. I think she has a pretty good chance of getting a passing score, if not a little bit better, with this sustained investigation. If we look at her selected works, you can see she's got this painting, which is totally not in her sustained investigation at all. It's about the energy of a city. This piece, really nicely sort of done in terms of its craftsmanship. She talks about the soup can consumption and the butterflies are freeing themselves from this. So she explains her idea well there. You got this nice painting of the butterfly and the girl together. I like how she's using the line and the hair to do that. So I think her selected works look pretty darn good, and she's happy with them, which is more important. So there's another example of how an idea can tie together your work. And I'll tell you this much. Naharika kind of made a lot of the work, and then we figured out a way to tie it together. So sometimes you start with the idea and you do all the work. Sometimes you start with the work and then we end up with the idea a little bit later. So another example.